Welcome to You Are Not a Goat. If you want to follow your passion and do what you love, this is the podcast for you. Without further ado, here's your host, Slimy Zions.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of You Are Not a Goat. My name is Shlomi Zions and I'm your host. Welcome back to the show. So it's a new year, 2020, a new decade. So many people are excited. People are taking on New Year's resolutions and all sorts of stuff. But we are almost 3 weeks into the new year, and it's at this point in time that people's New Year's resolutions start to fall apart and crumble and get destroyed like a broken glass on a dance floor. So, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to teach you 3 tips that I have to win in 2020. Like millions of people all over the world, you may have taken upon yourself a New Year's resolution, something you want to do, something you want to achieve in the new year. So perhaps you want to save money to buy a car or a new home. You want to go on a dream vacation. You want to write a book, make a movie, whatever your dream is. Perhaps you want to lose weight. That's a big one. A lot of people do that. Say they're going to get healthy. They're going to go vegan, whatever. You want to do something in 2020. You have a goal. We're 3 weeks into the new year. This is around the time when people drop their goals. They decide they're unrealistic or too hard to attain. And everyone is suffering from the New Year's resolution fatigue. Happens. What can you do to combat that? What can you do to make sure that you can achieve your goals in 2020? To make sure that you are a winner in 2020? So here are 3 tips that I have for people who want to achieve big time in 2020. Number 1, we're going to use a formula called thoughts, actions, and words. It's actually quite simple. You have to think about what you're doing, you have to act on what you're doing, and you have to talk about what you're doing. So let's get right into it. As for the thoughts, let's say you are going to have a goal that you want to buy a RV, a recreational vehicle, 12 seats or 5 seats or 6 seats, whatever it is. You want to take your family out in this RV on a trip, and it's going to cost you $150,000. You need to save up money for this. How do you inspire yourself to save $150,000 in 1 year? Is it even possible? It may be possible depending on what your income is or depending on how much faith you have, but it's definitely not going to happen if you don't work towards it. So the first thing you need to do is think about it. Perhaps you should go and print yourself out a picture of your dream RV, put it in your home, in your office, make it the screensaver on your phone. You always need to be thinking about it, because thinking about it, which is step 1, will lead you to step 2, action. You have to take the action, do whatever you can to make that money to get there. And one of the things you can do in action is taking a step towards your goal every single day. Now, not every day are you going to close a deal that's going to make you a decent amount of money in order to save up for your RV, but you can reach out to new clients or prospective people to have meetings with, or anything. Just do something to work towards your goal every day. Because if you're consistent, and we had an episode about that another time, if you're consistent, you're doing something every single day, be repetitive. I know repetitive is a bad word. People say, oh, that song is so repetitive, or that person is so repetitive. But at the end of the day, consistency and being repetitive will drive your message either into someone else or to you. It will take you to the next level, because if you're working on something every single day, you're going to be so fired up to do it, you're going to succeed with that. And number 3, tell everybody. That is tip number 3. Tell all your friends. If you have a certain goal that you want to work towards, tell everyone you know, I am doing this year. This is going to be the year that I accomplish that. Because when you tell people, you have accountability. At this point, if you don't reach your goal, you're going to make a huge fool out of yourself. Make sure that your goal is attainable. But once you know that, tell everybody you know what you're going to achieve this year. Write it on your wall. Set yourself a deadline. Tell yourself by what date you're going to achieve this goal. Obviously, again, this can only be done with achievable goals. But if you have something that's within reason, go for it. Tell everybody you know. Make sure you're broadcasting this to the whole world. This is what I'm going to accomplish this year. And with those 3 tips, I believe very strongly that you can win big time in 2020. Thank you for listening to this episode of my podcast. I have been taking a break, been traveling a lot, working on new projects, and we had the new year. A lot of stuff happened, but I will try to be back as soon as possible with another episode. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Please share this podcast, tell your friends about it, like and subscribe. We also have a YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at You Are Not a Goat, or you can follow my personal accounts at Chusidel, that's Chusidel. And additionally, if you like to save money and you want to put some money aside, maybe for that RV or for the boat or for the dream vacation, check out Acorns, which is a wonderful app which I use to save money. It takes money out of my account every month, and therefore I'm building myself a little savings nest. So if you're like me and you like to save money, definitely check out Acorns. There's a link in my description. Please use my referral link. I will get a little bonus, you will get a little bonus, and together we will all save money. Be well, have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
You are not a goat. The podcast for you.